Welcome to New Earth Activations with Raina. I don't know. Excuse me, I'm still having a problem with my throat. It's taken a long time to heal. I'm sorry about that. This is why I was dreading doing the sessions, because it's really hard to speak when it's so deep in my throat. But it'll pass. I just hope you can hear me and understand me. I don't. I wonder if you can sense energy, if you can feel it. Because it's been I don't know if I should share or not. The past 2 days I had dreams that that were other than positive. But I got through it because many reasons. I don't know if you've ever had a dream where I don't even know where to begin with it, because my voice is going in and out. So it's going to be like this until it's healed. I had a dream this morning where I was in a car driving. Don't know where I was going, don't know why I was in this car, don't even know who was in the car, don't even know what I was doing. But somehow I ended up driving this car with someone next to me that I don't even remember or know. And all of a sudden, there's a big gaping hole in the ground that dropped maybe 100 feet below or lower. This hole was enormous, and the drop was steep. I was driving, and all of a sudden I drove over part of the hole, and I looked down and said, God help us. and then I woke up. That's it. That's all I remember. Now, since August, it has been one thing after the other. With interference, with things that were happening that I wasn't expecting and didn't really want. And then it was one thing after the other. Like strange things, like I dropped my phone on the concrete and it broke. Had to get a new one. And then I had people out of the blue just interfering with my schedule and my time. And then it was raining and had a bad fall. 2 days later, I'm sick and I can't even stand up. Just wiped out. And I've been sick since. I mean, I'm getting better, but it's still in my throat. And then I'm trying to do my own work with my own guide, and it's okay. People are dropping in the middle of my session, and I don't like to be interrupted when I'm doing sessions. I take what I'm doing to heart, and I don't like interruptions or interference or distractions of any sort. And I like to stay on top of it and know what I'm doing at what time on what day. I don't I'm not irresponsible. I take what I'm doing very seriously. And I always question myself afterwards. Did I say too much? Did I say not enough? How could I have done this better? And I constantly critique myself. Because my main purpose here is to serve the highest good of all. And even though it may be different than when anybody else is doing it or however they're doing it, I don't compare, I don't compete, I don't put myself in that situation. Nor do I sit and point fingers and judge somebody about how they're doing and what they're doing and why, or rip them to shreds because I don't like what they're doing. I don't have time for games, I don't have time for nonsense. Nor do I I'm not a sellout. I don't do things for name, fame, and status or any other reason. Nor would I try to take something from someone that doesn't belong to me, or try to beat them to it. And I don't judge anyone else's journey because you don't know what their experience, their daily, a life in the day of their reality. A day in the life of their reality, excuse me. And even though you might feel pressured by others because they've got a clock and they're saying it's time, it's time, it's time. Time for what? It's going to happen when it's ready and not a minute before. And if it doesn't, then that means there are other issues that need to be dealt with. And that will reveal itself so that it can be cleared, healed, resolved, removed, dissolved, whatever the case may be. I'm not putting myself out there to be criticized and judged by someone else that doesn't understand or get what it is that I'm doing. If you want to remain in confusion, that's your business. But until you've walked a mile in my shoes and experienced everything I have, you don't have a right to say anything negative about me whatsoever. Whether you like how I'm doing it or not. And listen to that. How loud does that have to be? That's the neighbor with the... Listen to how loud that is. That is obnoxious and rude and inconsiderate. Why does the whole neighborhood have to listen to that? I'm outside. Anyway. Dreams like that, it's not okay to have them. Especially if you're talking about boundaries. There's a lot I'd like to share, but it's best I don't. If you really want to know, you can email me. But I don't want to go over the top. With oversharing or an explanation. because I was told I don't have to explain myself. And today, I've been busy doing one after the other all day long. And had other things to do today that never got done. The more you go within, and still your mind, and you really stay focused on your alignment and on your own vibration, you will know what you need to know. You will see what is meant for you to see. I had things happen, and I usually don't share it with my own guide. But lately I have been, every so often. And I don't like to leave messages because I know she's busy. But I just had to let her know what's been going on since August. So, when you're doing these sessions, they're more than just an activation. But when you do these sessions, if you're committed and you stay on top of it, you will be happy you didn't give up on yourself or didn't question yourself to death as to what's happening. Sometimes it's better not to know. Excuse me. And that moon is so beautiful. It is so bright. And when you don't feel good, you don't really want to show yourself completely until you're past it. I mean, it's bad enough I'm coughing, having coughing fits. I don't want to be seen having a coughing fit. So when I'm past that, see how I feel. And if things aren't going well in your life, all the more reason to stay focused on your alignment and your vibration. Even more than you ever did before. And I feel like at times when I do these, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Because I feel like I'm constantly being judged. And people will stop at nothing to... It's like they can't resist the temptation to try to take a cheap shot. Now, what does being kind mean to you? I've never been unkind to anyone. I have never been tempted to take a cheap shot at anyone for anything at any time. What would the point of that be? I don't have time to critique somebody else's work. I'm too busy with my own. And, I've seen people out there that are struggling, really struggling. And if I had money in my pocket, I gave it to them to go get food. I didn't tell someone, oh, only give this amount or only spend that amount. And when I hear people say that, I think, who made you the authority to tell people how much they should give to another. If you've never been in those shoes, how can you say something like that? There's a lot of things I think about. I think about how many orphans there are on this planet, much less in this country, and how many people have really done anything good for them. You're an orphan. How many people have been kind to an orphan? How many people have been kind to those doing their spiritual work who are an orphan? I mean, I could really let it rip right now with a lot of things. But it might be too much too soon. There's something that's really been bothering me. And it has to do with how people stick together and help each other out who are from the same area, country, whatever. But then you look here and you see how different it is. Now, I'm really trying to hold back because the way I see it, I don't want to, it might be too much information right now. But I just wanted to emphasize how important it is that you stay on top of your vibration and your alignment daily. I've already been through it, like so many other people have. Because when you start to wake up, nothing and no one is going to prevent you from fully coming out of your slumber. No matter what they do. No matter how much money is spent to try to keep you where they want you. They're just wasting it. They're just throwing money away. And everyone who's trying to prevent you from waking up, from seeing the truth, they're only destroying themselves and everyone involved with them. And I do mean everybody. Their relations related to business, friends, the whole 9 yards. How do I know? Because I've been through it. So the best thing that you could do for yourself, now that you have awakened, is to keep going. And let not any distractions, interferences, obstacles get in your way. Kick it to the curb where it belongs. I don't want to stress my voice out too much because then I might not be able to talk tomorrow. Hopefully it'll just heal and it will be better than it is today. But I'm going to leave it for right there. Give myself a rest and see how I feel to do an activation in a little while. If not, it'll have to wait. And if I lose my voice entirely, well then you know that I did. But hopefully it'll just get better from here. So remember to have plenty of water, ground yourself, spend lots of time in nature, and have a shower. Do the activations 3 to 7 times a day. If you care to share what you're feeling or what your experience is, you can put in the description box below or email me. Please like, share, and subscribe. The more people this reaches, the better. If you'd like me to do an energy reading, send me a pic. And you can reach me at REINADHABSBURG@gmail.com. And I'll see you next time.